Hello and welcome to this week's webinar. My name is Nathan Basher and I'll be your host for today. So before we begin, I'm just going to read through this disclaimer. Please feel free to read along as well. Beyond Trader LLC is strictly a research publishing firm. The information we publish is based on our opinions plus our quantitative models, statistical and financial data and independent research. This service is not registered with any financial regulatory agency, such as the SEC or any other organization or governmental body. By using our platform or our services, you acknowledge that we do not provide personalized recommendation or advice. Alternative asset classes are volatile investments and carry significant risk. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions. Okay, so on today's agenda, as always, we're going to be going through the educational topic on a Sunday. This week is very relevant to Bitcoin, and we're going to be looking at Beyond Atlas for a number of reasons. I'm also going to be looking at Beyond Atlas in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum, because Atlas also covers Ethereum. I'm also going to be discussing a selection of altcoins and the current price action in the market. And then if there's any questions at the end, please feel free to fire them away. So yeah, getting started with today's educational content, we're going to be having a look exclusively at Beyond Atlas because I think it's a critical time for the market. There's even a possibility that we're going to break out as soon as today. There's certainly some movements in altcoins, if not Bitcoin itself today. And I think it's a great time to have a look at Beyond Atlas as it sets things up very nicely for the weekend. So let's get started. So if you go onto our website, this is what Beyond Atlas actually looks like. And you can see that you've got a comparison above with the actual price. You can see it's like a chart of Bitcoin, presumably on the weekly time frame there. And underneath that, you've got the actual Beyond Atlas itself, and this is an inverted indicator. So if we, the best way to look at it is that it's got an inverse relationship with price. When price is moving in the opposite direction to Vanguard, is generally a good sign. And I'll be covering more specifics of this later on. But something key to bear in mind is that the 100 level is the level that's the marker between bullish or bearish. If we move underneath 100, being an inverse indicator, it's bullish. If we move above and we start to move into the red zone, then that's very bearish. So those are the key factors that we need to watch out for. So taking a little bit of a deeper look into it now, we can see we're moving into the green territory. So what does that mean? Green means that this is the area where the buy signal is strongest, and I'll kind of be doing some comparisons later on about previous examples, but that's when the momentum for buying picks up, and it's actually the safest time to get into the market when we move into the green zone, because it's highly likely that it's going to complement some type of sharp entry, i.e. the price doesn't go too far away from you once you move in there. Does it have false breakouts? Yes, it does, but I would say, like everything, you've got to profile it against the market conditions, and the market conditions do seem pretty ripe for buy signal right now. So as I mentioned, the indicator has an inverse relationship with the price, and it identifies also both under and overvalued scenarios. So on those over and undervalued scenarios, when we're in the extreme or the extremities of the green and red zone, that's when we look for opportunities for maybe counter trading. So at the moment would be a perfect time for trend trading. But if you did want to fade, then you look towards historical highs in that, i.e. if you're going to sell, you look when Atlas has moved beyond the red zone, and that will be a good time to try to fade it, the market. And likewise, if we're going like deep into green territory, that would be the time to look for a reversal as well of the bullish trend in the market. But I guess for me, I think sell signals look to be quite attractive when they're oversold, more so than the buy side there. So also the upper line represents undervaluation, and the lower line obviously represents overvaluation. The steepness of the index also validates price action. When the line crosses in the opposite direction, it will then be the best time to take action. A few key points that you need to know about this. So I think basically steepness, like I say, implies when we're moving in a direction, and you can see what I mean by steepness, i.e., there's not a move higher, a pullback, a move higher, a pullback. Steepness means either a sharp drop off or a sharp rise in price. A sharp rise is strictly bearish, and a sharp drop off is strongly bullish. So I would be looking for a strong drop off in this indicator going into the election, certainly. This is just another view, and we can see here historical times of when you might want to enter into the market. So, for example, here, if you were looking to counter trade here, and you see that the sell side is overextended, you can see that it's caught the bottoms in the market when it's got very overextended. Well, when my cursor is here and here, and likewise when we've moved into the green zone, when the momentum was good, going in there into the green zone a couple of times, we've caught the bull market in 2021. Again, extreme green zone there. We've caught the bull market going in there. So, there's a good inverse relationship with price, and the combining of Vanguard and the long short ratio for the best trading results for Atlas. I feel, according to my research, we could see an explosion next week. By research, I mean looking at my own technical price charts. And if we move into the green zone and BTC cracks the 70,000 area, that could certainly be very exciting. The other scenario, I guess, is a failed move into the green zone and where we pull back and maybe retest the 100 mark. But as I see, things are shaping up quite nicely at the moment for the market. In case you didn't know, we also cover Ethereum here, and Ethereum, as you can see, it's much less advanced in terms of moving into the green zone, i.e., the start of the real big drop off. We can see that could suggest that it's got a major room to move even higher, I guess. And I think that could also be something that we're seeing with alts breaking out. And another point that I'd like to make here is once we move into the green zone and we continue to like fail on rebounds, then you know that the market is strong, because we're not starting to gain strength above that 100 level every time we're kind of fading. So that would suggest to me as well that if we can get underneath the 100 zone and we stay underneath there, then the bulls are in control. So really look for that 100 level as a kind of bull and bear marker in the market, as a sign of real strength over the coming days. I'd certainly be on the lookout for that. And if we combine that with Ethereum and this chart here, and as I speak, the market is trying to break above here, or it has broken above this red line, this kind of symmetrical pattern that the price of Ethereum has been trapped for a long time. So if we get above 2,700 and hold above there, that certainly complements what we're seeing. So we're underneath the 100 zone. I guess we know that bullish momentum is building up, and if we continue to move lower and we break above this red symmetrical pattern that we've been trapped in for a while, there's every indication that we're going to move towards the yellow line above around 3,800. First stop 3,300, 3,400 in my opinion. So you can see how we can marry the both up there. Bullish momentum is starting to take hold, and we've got a breakout. If we start to break above there, and we continue to see that momentum building, then it's a great way to put the two things together. So I hope you enjoyed that, and we're going to move now to a selection of a few altcoins that I'm looking this week. And of course, a good place to start will be the crypto total market cap chart. We're just trying to break above this falling pattern, this kind of falling, expanding wedge pattern that I've been discussing for a while. And if we do seriously break above there, then there's lots and lots of momentum for the market, the crypto market, altcoins to move towards about 3.2, 3.3 trillion, which is a massive breakout for the market, adding around $1 trillion. Will it come pre or post election? I definitely hope it comes before the election, or at least we get halfway there. So watch out for that over the coming days. And what does that mean for altcoins? Things like Solana certainly means that if that breaks out, we can start to head towards 240, 180 in the interim, and overall target is around 280. So yeah, there's certainly some scope there, and this is a bullish pattern as well. So we don't have a weekly buy signal, but if we continue to move higher and we break above 180, then we certainly will. And Solana, big picture, once we do get above that 180 zone, there's very little stopping it from going, to like 190, 200, and then we really start to build some momentum. According to the size of the pattern as well, 240 is a good place to look to book some profit. That's certainly what I'm looking for, and I've also given a buy signal for Solana and Ethereum today. So watch out for that. We are getting a buy signal on the daily time frame as well. Looking at something a little bit more exotic, and we're looking at Litecoin. Litecoin started to build up a bit of momentum lately. Obviously, terrible fundamentals, but an interesting trading opportunity here. There's possibility that it could head towards 100, although I certainly wouldn't put any major bets on it. But there is an interesting setup where it's starting to break out, and it's implying that it can go towards $90. If it goes towards $90, then my feeling is it will go towards $140. So this could be the time to catch it if you're feeling bullish on Litecoin. Lots of things about the fundamentals that I haven't been following recently. And if you're more familiar with it from a fundamental level, or if you just believe that Litecoin is going to rally because Bitcoin is rallying, then it could be an interesting play for you as well. I think XRP is hugely interesting. I think the risk reward from this area after breaking out of a long-term trend line is tremendous. And again, moving towards 1 cent, 1 cent 20, I would certainly expect that from XRP. I know it's got its issues, but there's definitely a good risk reward opportunity in the market for XRP. So that's all I've got for this week. Watch out for a breakout. The selection of coins that I picked are just things that are personally interesting for me. If you have anything that you would like to look at, please feel free to email it or just reach out to me in the Discord. If not, thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.